Okay, let us solve this problem. So it is still on the topic hyperbola. So we're given the hyperbola y plus 2 squared over 16 minus x minus 6 squared over 9 equals 1. So we're going to sketch this one, then ato pong i-indicate ang center, foci, vertices, and points of the conjugate axis. So ang atong hyperbola is y plus 2 squared over 16 minus x minus 6 squared over 9 equals 1. Okay, so based sa ato ang standard equations of the hyperbola, so we have y term na positive and then our x term is negative. So in that case, mao ni siya. So atong bantayan ra kung asay positive na term. So in the positive na term na to is y man. So we are expecting a hyperbola nga vertical ang iyahang orientation. So the hyperbola will open upwards and yung pair niya is going to open downwards. So this hyperbola is in the standard form y minus k squared over a squared is equal to x minus x minus h, squared over b squared is equal to 1. So a squared is equal to 16, a is equal to 4, and then b squared is equal to 9, b equals 3. Okay, but how about the center of the hyperbola? Ang atong center nga HK. So for the center, we have to solve for y and x. So we have y plus 2. Ato na siyang i-equate to 0. So y equals negative 2. And then x minus 6 equals 0. X equals 6. So atong center in C is located at positive 6 minus 2. So muna siyang atong value sa h and k. So center nato is at 6 and minus 2. And then for the focus, this is for the F1 and F2. So for the focus, ang atong standard ining formula is square root of a squared plus b squared. So C is equal to the square root of, ang atong a squared is 16 plus b squared nga 9. So c is equal to the square root of 16 plus 9 is 25. C is equal to 5. Then asymptotes. For the asymptotes, ang atong equation ato ra siyang i-equate to 0. So ato na siyang kopyahon. Y plus 2 squared over 16 minus x minus 6 squared over 9. So ato na siyang i-equate to 0. So for the asymptotes, kaning 1 ato na siyang equate to 0 and then we'll solve for y. So mahitabuin ni mahimo ni siyang y plus 2 squared over 16 equals, transpose to the right, x minus 6 squared over 9. Okay? Then ato ni siyang i-transpose ang 16. Atong i-multiplyan ang both sides of 16. So mahimo siyang y plus 2 squared is equal to 16 times x minus 6 squared over 9. Then, atong square root ang both sides. So we have y plus 2 is equal to square root of 16 is 4. Then ang x minus 6 squared, ay muna siyang x minus 6. Then yung square root of 9 is equal to 3. But it is plus and minus. Because kining term, positive 4 times x minus 6 over 3 squared, kung ato na siyang square, it will result to this term. Ang iya pong negative, kung negative 4 times x minus 6 over 3, ato pong square, it will result siya og the same ra nga the same nga terms. So, ang atong answer is, the square root in niya is plus and minus. Then we will simplify. We have y1 so this is equal to atong transpose ang 2. So 4 times x minus 6 over 3 minus 2 and y2 is equal to negative 4 x minus 6 over 3 minus 2. So ato siyang i-simplify. So multiply na itong 4, may mo siyang 4x minus 24 over 3 minus 2. Okay, let us simplify further. So take the LCD. We have 3 divided by 3 is 1 times 4x minus 24. So you have 4x minus 24 minus, so understood siya nga na denominator ng 1, 3 divided by 1 is 3 times 2, you have 6. So y1 is equal to 4x minus 24 and minus 26, so that is minus 30 over 3. Okay, for y2. So y2, we have minus 4x, then negative 4 and negative 6 plus 24 over 3 minus 2. So take the LCD, we have 3. Then 3 divided by 3 is 1, so we have negative 4x plus 24, then understood na ganay denominator 1, 3 times divided by 1 is 3 times 2, so we have negative 6. So y2 is equal to negative 4x plus 24 minus 6 is plus 18 over 3. Okay, ato nang drawing ko ng atong hyperbola nga y plus 2 squared over 16 minus x minus 6 squared over 9 equal to 1. Okay, so ako rang kopya ang atong result sa kuan ganina. Result sa atong computation ganina. Nga a equals 4, b equals 3, c equals 5. Then atong asymptotes nga y1 and y2. So first is atong illocate ang atong center. So according sa atong computation kanina, atong centers at c, 6 and negative 2. So kulang ni siya ang atong center nga 6 negative 2. So asa man ning 6 negative 2 ang center sa ato ang hyperbola. So sa atong origin, count ta og 6, down og 2. So C is at 6 negative 2. And then our A, kaning value sa A mo nag-determine sa atong transverse axis. So A is equal to 4. And then take note nga sa atong standard equation, so kaning y minus k squared over a squared minus x minus s squared over b squared, kung y gani ang positive, sa ato papatindog ang atong hyperbola, so muna siya atong transverse axis. So gikan sa the center, ang atong a mo count upward and downward. So lahi ra ni siya ganina sa atong previous example nga horizontal, kay diri ang x man may positive. Kining example nato ron ang y term man may positive. So ang atong count gikan sa center. So atong center pag yun wala sa wala sa origin, ang atong count po niya is upwards and downwards. So gikan sa center nga 6 negative 2, ang atong a is 4. So gikan sa center, count out 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is now our F2. Then gikan po sa center downwards, 1, 2, 3, 4. Muna itong dili F2, V2 o V1. So location sa itong V1, it is at 6 down of negative 6. So 6, negative 6. Then itong V2, it is positive 6, and then it is at 6, 2. So kini nga point, this is nag-count tayo ni og 4 gikan sa atong center. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have V1 at 6, negative 6, and V2 6, positive 2. So this is our transverse axis kini. Transverse axis. Then how about B equals 3? So again, gikan sa center, mag-count og 3. So 1, 2, 3. This will be our W1. Muna siya end sa atong conjugate axis. So gikan po diri, count po ta og 1, 2, 3. Mo po niya atong W2 ang end sa atong conjugate axis. So this is our conjugate axis. Padulong dire. So location sa atong kuan, W1. So location sa atong W1 is gikan sa 0, 1, 2, 3. So 3, and then this is negative 2. Then itong W2, it is at 10, and then down og 2, so 10, negative 2. So this is 10, and then negative 2. Kaning W1 nato is 1, 2, 3, and then negative 2. Next is atong drawing ng atong auxiliary triangle. Ano, rectangle. So atong auxiliary rectangle, mag-draw ta og mga parallel lines along sa atong conjugate o sa atong transverse. So this is now our auxiliary rectangle. And then mag-draw ta og line na niya diagonal. Then moagi sa center of the hyperbola. Okay. So mo na rin atong kanin siya nga line mo na atong Y1. And then so this is our asymptote. Y1, ang equation na niya is 4x minus 30 over 3. So positive ang atong positive ang atong sign because this is line with a positive slope, while kaning usa, this is a line with a negative slope, negative rise over run. Muna siyang atong y2 nga minus 4x plus 18 over 3. Okay? So, nanatay auxiliary rectangle, then nanatay asymptotes. Ato nang madrawing ron ang ato ang hyperbola. So, atong hyperbola ini is kaning sa taas, magsugod ta sa atong vertex. And then, draw a curve padulong sa atong asymptotes. So approaching sa asymptote, but it will not really touch the asymptote. So igo ra siyang ma-approach, pero dili ko na siya mo touch. Then dire pud sa ubos. So good pud sa vertex. Padulong sa asymptote. So one itong atong duha ka curve sa hyperbola. And then how about our kaning C? Value nga C. So gikan sa center, mo count ta og 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is our C2 nasa taas. Then gikan sa center again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our C1. So location sa atong C1, it is 6, then negative 7. And then itong C2, ang center sa sa atong curve opening upward, it is at, again, along the x-axis, it is 6. And then along the y-axis, it is 2. So this is now our hyperbola with the corresponding important points. So you have W1 and sa atong conjugate axis 3, negative 2. Then this is the center na 6, negative 2. And then at the other end of the conjugate is W2, 10, minus 2. And then ends of the transverse axis V2 and V1 corresponding niya nga location 6, negative 6 and 6, positive 2. And then our asymptotes, the lines with its corresponding equations, and then ang center sa hyperbola ng C1 and C2 and also its location.